Okay, hi everybody. Today I hope you're all doing really well. Hope everything's going great for you in your life. If not, I hope things get better. But anybody who knows me and has watched my videos, I like to find a lot of things concerning health and how to make your life better. And my dog just snored. And I happened to come upon this stuff called Diatomaceous earth by accident, really. I was looking up information on it for other purposes, like out in the garden and things like that. But anyway, I found out that if you buy food grade, and let me emphasize, food grade diatomaceous earth, there's a lot of claims of a lot of benefits to humans for their health. So I got curious about it, decided to try it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little vlog as I go through the process of using this because there are so many claims to what this does. And to start it off, I'm going to read some to you so you get an idea of what I'm talking about here. Okay, for instance, they say that as the because what diatomaceous earth is it's ground up fossils. Okay, ground up fossils, and they end up under a microscope. They look like little honeycombs. Is what they look like. Well, they say that as the millions of cylinders move through the stomach and digestive tract, they attract and absorb bacteria, fungi, protozoa, viruses, endotoxins, pesticide, and drug residues, E. coli, and heavy metals. Um, and they also kill parasites in your stomach. Okay, now, a lot of people don't realize that they have parasites. A lot of people have no clue that they have some kind of parasite in them. Not necessarily the kind that are going to give you diarrhea and all kinds of horrible problems, but sometimes we just get little parasites and things inside of us from years and years. So anyway, I'm going to start. I started, and there are people who also claim, let me say this real quick, that it has helped lower their high blood pressure, their cholesterol. Um, it's helped with so many things. Look it up, guys. I can't go into the whole list. There's a lot. But look up diatomaceous earth for human benefit, something of that nature. Just look under that search, and you'll find all kinds of things that people are claiming it has helped them with. So anyway, let's get started. I got it delivered to me. I ordered it online, food grade. Remember, I'm going to call it DE. I don't want to keep saying diatomaceous earth, so I'm going to call it DE. So I got my DE on Monday, September 29th. I decided to try it that night at 8 o'clock, and I started with only half a teaspoon. A lot of people start with a tablespoon or more. I'm one of these people that I like to start something slowly to see how it affects my body. I don't want to have a negative effect only because I took too much to begin with, and then I say I don't want to do it. So I started with half a teaspoon. I took it at 8 o'clock Monday night, and the first thing I felt when I took it was almost like an effervescent feeling in my stomach. You know when you drop a fizzy or a Alka-Seltzer in the water and it fizzes? That's almost kind of what I felt like in my stomach. It was very strange. And then I had a little bit of a, not nausea, but you know that feeling you get in your abdomen, your abdominal area, where you feel kind of like, But it wasn't enough to make me feel sick. It just felt a little uncomfortable. I thought, well, that's interesting. So then it went away. After about an hour, it disappeared. Then the next morning, Tuesday morning, I got up, had my usual bowel movement, and again, this is going to be a video about things, talking about detailed stuff that, because I believe that the more you know about something, the more detail, the better it can help you decide what to do. And when it comes, real quick before I continue, when it comes to your bowels and your intestines, those are the key to your health. If everything goes wrong in your bowels and your intestines, it's going to affect all of your health. So anyway, that Tuesday morning I got up, had my regular bowel movement, except that this time it was softer, not loose like diarrhea, but just a softer consistency, and it was completely yellow like mustard, except a little bit darker, just a little bit darker than mustard yellow, which shocked me. I was like, wow, what is that? So I thought, oh well. I took my next dose of my DE that morning, Tuesday morning. I took half a teaspoon, went about my day, the only thing I did have throughout the day was a lot of gas. I was like, wow, this isn't great. But the strange thing is about that gas, no odor. Just had gas all day, no odor though. Went about the rest of that day. Well, Tuesday night, a girlfriend and I went out for dinner, and she had something different than I did. I ordered chicken tacos, a chicken taco plate. And if I had followed my gut instinct, I probably could have avoided all what happened, but you know, sometimes we're dumb. And I took a bite of the taco and I thought the chicken didn't taste quite right, but to me it tasted like it just hadn't been seasoned, like it was just boiled chicken thrown in a taco. No seasoning, salt, pepper, nothing. And so I thought, oh well. But I didn't like it, so I only ate half the taco, is all I ate, and I left the other one there plus the other half. Um, I took the leftovers home to my, brought it home, and my son ate it. He was like, "Yeah, I'll eat it." You know how when you're 20 something. Well, he just ate it, no biggie. And he said, "Yeah, chicken tasted really bland and what have you." Well, anyway, Tuesday night I woke up violently needing to go to the bathroom. I mean, I thought, "Oh my God." So what it turned out to be was food poisoning for both me and my son. We both got very sick with well, this is what's going to be weird. I'll say diarrhea, but here's what it was that was strange. Okay, because I had already been taking this DE, I can't help but wonder if this is what made the difference. All my life, guys, if I got food poisoning, it made me very, very sick. I mean, really sick. You know, where you feel sick all over, your stomach hurts, you just feel miserable. Well, this time it was just kind of confined to the abdominal area, where when I woke up in the middle of the night to have to go to the bathroom, it was just right there. I didn't feel sick or anything anywhere else. And when I went, it was yellow. Also, it was kind of yellowish, not as much, kind of yellowish. But the strange thing of it is it was, the only way I can describe it is like pea-sized crumbs. Uh, that's basically what I would call it, like pea-sized crumbs. That's what my bowel movement looked like. And that kind of shocked me. I was like, whoa, what is that? And that was Wednesday morning, okay, after I ate the bad food Tuesday night. And so I had that bowel movement, and it was like I said, like little crumbs. Literally, is what my bowels looked like. My bowel movement. Well, from that actually happened at 5 in the morning, and from 5 to about 11:30 Wednesday morning, I had three bowel movements of this crumb-looking type of bowel movement, which was very strange. And through the rest of the day, I went 3 or 4 more times. Same thing, like my body was just excreting, whatever had made me sick. But the thing that was strange, okay, my opinion on that is because I already had the DE in my system, they say that it latches on to any bacteria or viruses, anything like that, and eliminates them from your body. I can't help but think that that's what this did, because it's almost like a clay. I'll show it to you. It's like a powdery stuff, and you mix it in water, and it's almost like drinking liquid clay. I mean, liquefied, obviously, but it's almost like drinking. It feels like it has no taste. It's like drinking clay. So I kind of felt like maybe it bound itself to whatever was in my abdominal area, my intestines and my bowel, and that eliminated it, because I always have gotten very sick with any kind of food poisoning. This time I did not. But the thing that happened this time that was very unusual was as I had those movements throughout Wednesday, and they were that little crumb-like stuff, the last one, and I still had that kind of uncomfortable feeling in my abdomen. Not sick, anything like that, just that uncomfortable where something's not right. But then I had the last movement, which completely floored me. I was like, oh my God. Um, the only way I can describe it, it was like a blob, an absolute long blob of mucus. Thick, 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 almost like, that slime that the kids play with. It was a thick blob of mucus that came out of me. I was shocked when I saw that. along with the blob of stuff came the rest of the like crumb-like bowel movements. And there was, and the strange thing was of it is that mucusy stuff didn't have all that stuff in it. It was like a separate entity of its own, just a blob of thick mucus. It was disgusting. But the strange thing is after that movement, all of the discomfort of my abdomen was literally gone. Before I even walked out of the bathroom, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel amazing. And I no longer had any more, I'll call it diarrhea, from the food poisoning. Now my son, who isn't taking this stuff, he did pay a price with, the diarrhea from the bad food. So I really believe that this stuff bound itself to whatever was in my abdomen and pushed it out. Uh, so, and I had no effects after that. I did not feel bad in any way, shape, or form. Once I eliminated that big old blob of mucus, I couldn't believe it. I had also eliminated some mucus earlier in the morning on Wednesday, a little bit, or yeah, a little bit earlier on Wednesday, but not much. And then that last one was just a huge blob. It was disgusting, guys. And for those of you that say, oh my God, what are you doing looking at your poop? Let me tell you guys, you can really find a lot of problems going on in your body by examining your own bowel movements. That is the key to your health. That is the key to making sure your body is functioning, that there's not something wrong. If you see anything unusual, if your bowel movements change, if the colors change, all kinds of things can lead you to realizing something's not right. So it's very important that you do look at your bowel movement, see what's in there. Now they say that this eliminates any kind of parasites. You can use it on your dogs and cats, put it in their food, okay? That it eliminates any kind of parasite infection. And funguses and candida. Candida is a real problem with a lot of people in this country because we eat so many carbs. So I'm just beginning. It's just been since Monday. So it's 5 days today that I've been, or I guess, yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I will say 6 days technically, that I've been on it. The other thing I wanted to mention was within the hour after I took it, I started sneezing, just sneezing for no reason. It was very strange, just sneezing and sneezing, and mucus just coming out, just runny nose. And at first it was real watery, and I thought that maybe I'm having an allergic reaction or something. But then after the thin mucus started coming out, thick mucus came out, which really shocked me because I have no cold. I'm not having any allergies that I'm aware of or anything. But thick, like greenish yellow mucus just came. I blew my nose and it just came out. I was like, oh my God. It freaked me out. I thought, oh, that was disgusting. That was within an hour or two after taking it on Monday night. And that was strange. But as soon as I blew my nose and that blob came out, that was it. The runny nose stopped. That was done. Since starting it Monday, my bowel movements have been very regular. That's the other thing is people claim it makes your bowel movements more regular. It causes a peristaltic action to become more active. And I did notice that on the second day, or no, I'm sorry, the fourth day, after I had passed all the food poisoning thing, I noticed on the fourth day when I got up, because what I do is I have my cup of coffee, I drink a glass of water, cup of coffee, and now this. I noticed within half an hour, I started feeling that feeling, when you have what's considered normal bowel movements, you feel it from the inside, like pushing it out. That's that peristaltic action. A lot of people don't even have that anymore. You just get the urge to kind of go and you just go and that's it. Well, Thursday morning I could feel it. It was almost like it was from deep up inside of me and I just felt it like pushing it out. And sure enough, the bowel movement, I don't know what the heck was in there because I've lessened what I've been eating. I've kind of wanted a cleansing from this. I don't know what was in it. It was disgusting. I mean, it was weird. All this stuff that seemed to come out of me, and it was dark, very weird stuff. And this again, the thing that's weird about this is your bowel movements do not have any odor. That's very strange to me. I mean, let's face it. When you go to the bathroom, it's not always the most pleasant thing, right, guys? But taking this, there is no odor to your bowel movements, and everybody passes gas every day. That's normal. But there is no odor to it, which is, to me, pretty great, especially as a woman. But so my bowel movements have continued to be good movements. You have to drink a lot, drink water. Drink lots of water when you're taking this throughout the day, because it is almost like a clay. Uh, it's not in any way. These are ground up fossils, and but it can cause. Some people say it causes them constipation, and then they rectify that by drinking more water. So that's why I started out slowly. I don't want to just, bam, hit my system with something new. I'm starting out slowly. It's been half a teaspoon this week. Tomorrow I'm going to start with a teaspoon, see how that affects me. I'm building up to 1 to 2 tablespoons a day, because that's what they say is the best amount to take. So I'm working on that. But I'm going to do it slowly, and I would suggest you do too, because you don't want to have any adverse reactions. And they say that when it causes the die-off in your system of any pathogens or viruses or bacteria or fungus or, candida, all that stuff, it can make you feel kind of bad. And by Thursday, I did. I felt kind of like achy all over. That's the only way I can describe it. It was like a weird achiness in my body. Not to the extent where you feel like you're coming down with a flu or something, but you just feel kind of all over. And then when I had another bowel movement, like it causes you to have more regular bowel movements more times a day, which is good. You're supposed to have at least 2 to 3 to have a really healthy body. And so by Thursday night, when I had another bowel movement, it again was like just strange looking, but all the achiness went away, and it was a strong bowel movement. All the achiness kind of went away. I was like, oh, that's weird, gone. So I'm very impressed with this so far. I really believe that if I had not had this in my system when I ate that toxic food that was contaminated with who knows what, I would have done like I have always done my whole life. I mean, I'm 59. I know how my body responds when I get food poisoning. I am sick as a dog. My system reacts violently to it. This time it didn't. Just that little uneasy feeling in the abdomen, and it kept just pushing it out of me, pushing it out of me. And I believe that's what the crumminess look was. It bound itself to it. They say that because it's like 85% silica and 20% or so natural minerals. And silica is something we would die without it. Okay, and most people do not have enough silica because of the way our food is processed, and because now the farmlands are used the crops are overused land are grown on overused land, to where pretty much the minerals and everything we need aren't coming out of the earth anymore. And silica is one of those things that helps your hair. It helps you grow. There are women who have said their nails went from paper thin nails to like rock hard. You could just hit them and they would never break. It helps your skin. They call it an anti-aging element as well, because silica keeps your collagen and your skin fibers and tissues, everything, much stronger. And the studies have shown that people who are, when they're older, that's why your skin, everything starts to get the way it does, because you also start getting, you have less and less silica. So I'm anxious to see how that works over time. They also say that it eliminates brown spots from the skin. It eliminates all kinds of issues with your skin, because most of us, they say that, I think it's like 80%, you'll have to look it up, but I think it's like 80% of Americans are lacking in enough silica because of our diet. So, and the extra minerals as well will not hurt you, obviously. But the claims that I've been studying, I'm not one of those people, guys, who just do something. I like to research a lot before I try something. There are doctors on there who have said that their lives have been changed. And there's another girl who has a video out. She calls her name is Allison. And I'm going to put a link to her videos. I asked her permission. She said I could, because she's done a vlog, and she's already got like 20 videos up. And that's what I just found her by accident. I was going through, looking for videos to talk about this, and did a vlog where she would give her results as time went by, and I loved it. So I'm going to put her link below um, in the description, so you can go to it if you're impatient and you want to see what she went through. You can go to that right away, because everybody's going to have different reactions. I doubt that everyone's going to have exactly the same reactions, depending on what's going on in your body. You know, whatever is bothering you, or what's going on inside of you. And the fact that it is like a natural colon cleanse, rather than going in and having those horrendous things done where they put tubes up you and flush you out, I don't believe in any of that. I believe in trying to cleanse your body as naturally as possible. And I have seen how this is working, because my bowel movements are not like they normally were. They are, for one thing, they are softer, and more comes out at a sitting. Let's put it that way. You know how a lot of you, how you are. You go to the bathroom, you get the urge, and you just go a little bit, and you're like, okay, I'm done. This makes you go to where you actually empty, you eliminate. You're not just getting rid of that urge. And I know that that's very important, especially as we get older. I've done a lot of research that shows that we get a lot of mucus buildup on our intestines and our bowels, which prevents absorption of the nutrients we need from our food. And you get like a plaque buildup. This is also proven to help, like with your veins, with all your blood system. A little bit of it goes into your blood and like kind of cleans out your blood, getting rid of plaque and all that stuff that causes heart attacks and that sort of thing, strokes and all that. So that's another reason I wanted to try it, because they say this has been around for, centuries, this stuff. And as you well know, anybody who knows me knows I do not trust the medical community. I believe that the entire medical community and the pharmaceutical community are in it together. I don't trust a lot of what they say, because they're out there to push drugs, surgery, and keep you coming back. And that is why I have a homeopathic doctor. I haven't needed a so-called regular doctor in years and years, literally, guys. I follow the path that I've learned to eat well, to eat as naturally as possible, avoid I don't eat dairy and wheat, that sort of thing. I don't eat grains, basically. That's just a treat. But this has made a huge difference, guys. I noticed the third day after starting this, you know how you wake up in the morning, ladies, and you look in the mirror and you go, oh my God, oh God, you know. The third day I woke up and I thought my skin seemed glowier, shall we say. It just seemed, what would the word be? Kind of like more moist. I don't know how to explain it. Not moist, but just more youthful, I guess you could say. I noticed it and I thought, wow, that's kind of weird. And I was, happy with that. And since they say that it helps your hair, I obviously don't have a problem with hair loss at this point anyway. I'm 59 and not yet. And also, so a lot of women, they say it helps with PMS and hormonal problems, that type of thing. Well, I had a complete and total hysterectomy back in 2002. I was lucky. I didn't have any complications or problems. Um, my homeopath treated me for any hormonal stuff afterwards. I've had no issues. It was the best thing I ever did. I am so happy I had that done. I had severe PMS, all that kind of stuff, fibroids, heavy bleeding, all that stuff. Once I got that hysterectomy done, my health just skyrocketed. I mean, unbelievable. And I can't help but wonder about that, guys. I know this is going off subject just a tad, but just for a minute. I can't help but wonder about the whole thing. Because with my dogs, the first thing they tell me is you need to get them spayed so they don't end up with all these cancers and all these problems as they get older. And I thought that was interesting, because that's what they told me with my dogs. I just, in fact, got my little kitty female dog spayed. Her name is Kitty. My dog spayed last week. And they said, oh, this is going to be the best thing for her. It's going to avoid all kinds of complications and problems and what have you. So I can't help but wonder about women getting rid of all that stuff so you don't end up with ovarian, cervical, and uterine cancer. I don't know. Like I said, I don't trust the medical community. And I'm sure there are people out there who will say, oh no, if you have that done, blah, 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 blah. But strangely enough, my health has never been better. I've never felt better than when I had that hysterectomy. After that was done and I got past the bombardment of menopause, I went through it in 7 months, what I would have gone through in years and years. 7 months of pure hell, you know, the sweats, just with moods, you name it, was just terrible. But it ended after 7 months. And then I went to my homeopath and she gave me stuff to help me through the next phase. I have had no problems, guys. My health has never been better. I've never felt better than when after I had that hysterectomy. So I can't help but wonder, why is it that it's so great for the dogs to get that done and make sure they don't end up with all these cancers and other complications from keeping all of that stuff as they get older? That's just my view. Anyway, back to the DE. They also say that it can help with diabetes and all that because it binds to all this stuff that we're not supposed to have in our system. They say it helps lower the cholesterol, everything. So guys, I'm going to show you real quick what it's like, and also remember, again, I'm going to say again, it has to be food grade. The other kind that is not food grade is toxic and can kill you. They use it in pools and all kinds of stuff. So you must get food grade. It has to say on there food grade. Don't let some idiot in some store tell you, oh, diatomaceous earth is all the same. No, it's not. The one that's not food grade has been heated and crystallized and is very dangerous for you. This is food grade. I'm going to show you what it looks like, hopefully. And the other thing is, you are not supposed to inhale this. It's not supposed to be inhaled. They say there are conflicting reports. Some say it can damage your lungs. Some say it's not so bad. I choose to be on the safe side. And it is such a fine powder, guys, that if you got a spoonful of it, went like that, it would poof all over. So you have to be careful. I'm just a believer in being on the safe side, okay? So I'm going to show it to you, and I put it in this just happens to be a Coffee Mate container, but they said make sure you put it in a wide mouth container so that when you're getting it out, you know, you're not trying to pull it out of a little lip or something, and then you hit it and it poofs all over. With a wide mouth, you can just, okay, I'm going to open it carefully, and you put your water in first. Fill it up with water. I didn't do that. I should have, but oh well. You fill it up with your water up to, say, there. And then you get, I'm going to show it to you first, okay? This is what it looks like. Let's see, guys, if you can see that. It looks like a powder. You see that? Just a powder. Very, very fine powder. So what I do to avoid inhaling any, I'm going to cover that up, guys. Makes it much easier with a wide mouth container. What I do is I get this is a half teaspoon to start with, and I use a plastic spoon because some people say that the metal from a spoon can ruin the effects of it. This has a negative reaction, okay? So you get your half teaspoon, and I carefully put it in the water, but before I do, I get a regular cloth, just like this, okay, your dishcloth. So I have it like this, the water's in the glass, I go like that, and then I cover it, and then I drop it into the water, and I stir it while it's covered like this, you see? That way because when you stir it, it poofs up. So I go like that, cover it, stir it, till it's completely mixed in, okay? Then I carefully remove the towel, and I don't just drink it, because some of it can, float around in the area where there is no water. So I wait. I wait actually with the cloth. I don't take it off right away. What I do is after I've stirred it up like this, I just wait, a few seconds for anything that might have floated up in that space between the water and the cloth to settle down. And then I take the cloth off, I fold it up, and I just wash them, in the laundry with hot water like I do with all my stuff. And then I get it, and I make sure there's no, what do you call it, any stuff in the air in the water. You know what I mean? Above the water. I make sure there's none. I don't want to risk it, guys. I don't know. I just know that I'm not a risk taker in that way. So when I drink it, I make sure I don't breathe in like, I'm not like that. No. I completely hold my breath, get it, drink it up, take it away, and I rinse it out in the sink immediately to get rid of any residue. And that's the best way to take it, so you don't end up with any of the stuff poofing out. I've actually seen videos where they show stirring it and it's poofing out all over, and I'm thinking, you're not supposed to breathe that. You don't want that in your lungs. As any powder or any talc, you know, that's another thing to be careful with your talc powders. It was on Dr. Oz a while back that the simple talc powders you use on your face, if you breathe them in, those things get lodged in your lungs and actually can lead to cancer. So you have to be careful with all that mineral makeup and talc and all that. You don't want to breathe it in. If you're powdering your face or anything, don't be breathing while you do it. You got to be careful. But anyway, they say you definitely don't want this in your lungs. Some say, like I said, whatever. So guys, that's what I've just started on Monday. I'm going to keep you updated because as of now, I'm very happy with it. My energy level is getting better. This is the other thing. By eliminating the mucus and plaque buildup from your intestines and bowels, you start absorbing your nutrients from your food the way you're supposed to. But because of our poor diet and eating so much processed food and toxins and residues and pesticides and everything in the air and food and everything now, it builds up in your bowel and your intestines. This starts pushing it right out. And I've got to tell you, I feel better. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel more alert. I feel, my brain feels, the only way, it feels more alert. And I actually am, within this short period of time, I've noticed how can I put it, I'm having better, like, recall and memory and remembering to do things. That I've noticed a difference. It's very strange. So I'm very happy with this. I've also noticed that I am sleeping very sound, very sound sleep. They say that by eliminating all these toxins and things, your body's going to start getting on the cycle it's supposed to, of normalcy, that we've ruined with all our garbage food and carbs and sugars and processed and GMOs. It says it helps eliminate GMOs if they're in your food. It helps get rid of everything you're not supposed to have inside of you. And guys, if you haven't been taking the time to look at your bowels, you need to start doing it. That is one of the most important things that gives you a signal to what's going on in your body. And to think, oh, how gross, hey, it's part of life. And let me tell you, when you're taking this and you don't have the foul odor, it's not so bad to just look in there and go, because you're going to be surprised what you see. I've been looking at a lot of videos of different things people have experienced, and some of it's pretty intense. Oh, the other thing I forgot to tell you is about an hour or so after I'd say an hour and a half so after I took it Monday night, I experienced a headache. I'm not a headache person. I don't get headaches. But I experienced this headache, and that was within the time that the mucus was coming out of my nose, just out of the blue, sneezing, and I was like, oh. But then after I blew my nose and got rid of that blob of the thicker, like greenish yellow stuff, headache gone. So I don't know what that was all about, but that's exactly what happened. So anyway, guys, I'm going to end it here. I will get back with you. Check out Allison Ellison's video. She has a lot of pretty interesting stuff that happened to her. I was hooked. I ended up staying up, I think, till like 2 in the morning watching all 20 of her little videos, because she does really short little vlogs. And that's what mine are going to be after this. This one I wanted to initially tell you everything about it and what it was doing. But with my, my next videos, I'm going to give you a brief update of what I'm experiencing. I can't think of anything else right now at this point other than the fact that I am feeling better. My mind seems clearer. This is also good for, the silica is also good for keeping your gums and your teeth healthy and strong. It helps your teeth, the enamel in your teeth stay strong, and some claim that it even helps them to rebuild. So that makes me happy with all the dental problems I've had in the past. So there are a lot of them, guys. Look it up online. Go look up food grade diatomaceous earth health benefits, and you will see what the claims are, and a lot of them have reviews on how it's worked for them. Sorry, my dog is having a nightmare and she's going woof, 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 all over the place. But anyway, um, or a dream, I should say. So anyway, guys, get online, look up all your information about it, and of course you're going to have your naysayers who, oh, you shouldn't touch this stuff. But you know, guys, I've gotten to a point now where I'm very suspicious of people who want to put down something that shows that it's helping people. There are a lot of people. There are too many people now claiming the benefits of this, and I'm very suspicious of those saying no, because you know, guys, let's face it. If we as people started finding ways to keep our bodies healthy, keep our teeth healthy, keep our entire system running well, the doctors aren't going to be getting rich off of us, and I'm really suspicious of that. And the pharmaceuticals and all the people that are tied into that whole thing of medicines and doctors and all that, if they don't have us coming back constantly, they're not going to be able to live in their mansions and drive their fancy cars and send their kids to fancy schools and take the fancy vacations and buy expensive everything. And that's why I'm very suspicious, and that's why I'm happy I have a homeopath, because she has kept me very healthy, very healthy. And of course, I've done my own research on a lot of things that make common sense, logical sense. Um, and when you do this, use purified water. That's the other thing. Make sure you use purified water, because if you just use tap water is full of junk, guys, full of metals, full of just junk. I mean, even in the water here where I'm living, they say there's traces of arsenic and this and that, you name it. So you're kind of defeating the purpose by cleansing your body if you're using tap water. So I would suggest you use purified water. And like I say, when you stir it, guys, it does not dissolve. It just mixes in with the water. So what you do is you stir it up really fast and then drink it, you know, like I showed you how. But drink it, and if it starts to settle, just stir it again. You don't have to worry about covering it once it's in the water and mixed up. If it starts to settle at the bottom, you just stir it up and gulp it down. And it does not taste bad. It has no taste to me. It literally has no taste. It's just kind of like a thick water, you know, kind of like when you drink a smoothie or something. It's just a thick water. To me, there's no flavor at all. So that's just, you know, my opinion on it. So guys, I'll get back to you. I hope you investigate this. I'm not going to tell you to do it. I'm not a doctor. But I do a lot of research in a lot of areas on ways to improve my health. I feel very fortunate that I'm heading to 60 next year in April, and I don't feel 60. And I don't, my skin, everything isn't like that of somebody who's aging a lot. I've been taking very good care of it with my vitamin C, regimen, all of that. And what I've read about the silica, this is literally a key to not aging, inside and out, not just your skin, but inside and out, your vein system, your organs, everything. So I'm going to keep you up on it, guys, and see how it goes. So talk to you later. I hope you all have a wonderful fall. Today I'm going to be decorating for Halloween. My little grandkids are going to be coming to spend the night with me, so I want them all excited when they walk in. So enjoy this month. I love this month. The Halloween month is one of my favorites of all time. So have a good one, guys, and we will talk to you later. I'll catch you up probably in a week and let you know what's going on. Bye-bye.